the bottom fabulous.
So if you made sure there's water.
That's good. So I'm really lucky I get to work here and be the head of performance medicine, which means I get to look after the dancers, but also look after my team, which consists of physios, strength and conditioning coaches, nutritionists, dietitians, clinical psychologists, and basically just try and get the best out of our group. I think it's critical. It's fundamental. It's probably one of the core 4 tenets of performance, along with nutrition and workload and mental health. But yeah, sleep is, without good sleep and consistently good sleep, we can't perform at our best. We always encourage our dancers to have a simple, sensible routine, and it goes, same's true for sleep. So ensuring that they're adopting some relaxation habits, mindfulness, maybe reading, stuff that doesn't involve blue light, being careful of stimulant consumption prior to sleep, clean bedding, cool environment, things like that. Everybody's individual, so there's probably not one size fits all. When it comes to recovery, we would call recharge recovery in our line of work, we do know there's probably a few core pillars of that, okay? And obviously the sleep, so making sure we tailor in sleep strategies and sleep hygiene to the individual. Nutrition, same again, everybody has different dietary requirements, dietary interests and nutritional needs, and also just some active recovery that we can do. So it is making sure that those 3 pillars are tailored to the individual. It's huge, you know, we all know what fatigue feels like. We've all had fatigue, particularly cognitive fatigue. Our dancers are expected to perform physically, but there's a huge cognitive demand as well on them to learn new repertoire, to recall old repertoire, to maintain interpersonal relationships with each other as well. So making sure that they're rested, recovered and ready is vital, not just for the physical performance, but also that productivity and that mental health as well. Everyone's individual, so these are sort of blanket things that we would look at, but little nuances like maybe someone's a little bit more irritable, a slight personality change from low mood, a bit more anxious. These are the early warning things that people maybe experience a bit of fatigue or being a bit under optimal. Soreness as well. Soreness is different from pain. So if someone's experienced quite a lot of soreness, maybe they're not recovering correctly. They're sort of the big highlight things that we'd be keeping an eye out for. We often talk about jet lag, and what we actually mean is, yes, jet lag, which is traveling across time zones, but also the effects of long-haul commercial travel. So when it comes to jet lag, it's about trying to adjust our sleep schedule prior to actually having to do it. So there's loads of websites and apps out there that you can type in where you are, where you're going, when you're traveling, and try and adopt that sleep strategy in advance. But to try and combat the effects of long-haul commercial travel, hydration, watching nutrition, consuming the right amount of fluid, ensuring there's not too much red wine and coffee in the flight, taking care of your immune health as well. We get high exposure to upper respiratory tract infections when flying, ensuring that we've got the right products to make ourselves as comfortable as possible on the flight, eye masks, neck protectors, compression socks, things like that. And so we've sort of got 3 tenets of trying to get back into that routine. The first one is getting some early sunlight. First thing in the morning, trying to get some natural lights, try and reset that circadian rhythm. That's the first thing we can do. Some restorative relaxation strategies as well. So some yoga, some meditation, things like that can help. And napping, if we can nap, we try and nap before 3 p.m. and limit it to about 20 to 30 minutes. And there's some of the strategies that we try and do. And also some mindfulness to try and reduce that anxiety when approaching the next night's sleep as well, so we don't psych ourselves out too much. Returning people back after extended periods off, and I think it falls into two big categories. I think the first thing is making sure everything is gradual. Okay, the body doesn't really like big surprises. Okay, so making sure you're physically increasing your training load gradually, giving yourself time. The second one is more around expectations. So managing your expectations about how long this is going to take to achieve your baseline again. I think from my personal experience, having done quite a lot of long-haul travel in the past, I think the 2 things that I really make sure I pack or take with me is fluid, good fluid, maybe some salt in it, electrolytes in it, and there's certainly some sort of products that would make me a bit more comfortable on a standard class economy flight. I would say prioritize your nutrition and your sleep. Prioritize the things you do outside of the gym or outside of the studio. The nutrition helps you fuel to do the work, but the sleep allows you to recover and restore from that work. So everything needs to be in balance. I started sleeping really badly about 2.5 years ago. I have a 2.5-year-old daughter, so that happened. I haven't really been able to remedy that, but I think the key thing is some of the strategies around recovering from maybe poor night's sleep. So allowing myself a bit of patience, allowing myself a bit of restorative rest, adopting some strategies through the day that help me out. Do you want me to get the logo in? Of course you do. Of course you do.